Hey guys, I'm Shawn in the studio today in Waco, Texas. Today I'm going to teach you how to play an Elton John song called Daniel. Let's take a listen. All right guys, welcome to webpianoteacher.com, our online community where we gather together to learn, play, and share the music that we love, creating a culture of encouragement for all you guys out there who are trying to learn to play piano online. You can do it if you pick the right lessons and you know how to practice. I'm going to help you to do that today, as I've helped millions the past 13 years on YouTube and Facebook and our website. All right, so as we get to this part one, we can see on the board here, we're doing just a little snippet. And this is our part one, and this is also a good model for how to practice. Because what I've done is I've magnified this one little part and I've excluded the whole rest of the song. Okay? You have to be able to do that when you practice. You have to be able to say, I'm going to work on just the small section and not anything else. Not even another song, but just this only. Because what happens many times is we spread ourselves too thin, and therefore we don't get good at any one thing. We just get kind of good or kind of limp through a bunch of songs instead of getting really good at one. That's a lot more encouraging if you can do that. Get really good at one song. Then you can try another one later, okay? So here's our part one. If you are a member, you can download the sheets on webpianoteacher.com. Look how high resolution that is, even when I'm zoomed in. All right? And we do have a Kawai MP11 SE in the studio today. I'm using the Concert Grand piano sound on this because it has a deeper, richer tone that allows me to have expression and to play softly but still have that nice tone of a grand piano. Okay, so as we get to the board, we're going to see we're in the key of C. If you are wanting the version I'm doing of this one, if you look on YouTube and Elton John Daniel, of course, but type in the word or letters I-T-A-S, I-T-A-S, and that'll show you the version I'm doing. All right, so here we go. Key of C. We start with just a basic C, G, C in the left, 5, 2, 1, all right? That's an octave and a fifth. Right hand has a C chord as well, E, G, C with 1, 2, 5. Hold that down, and the left hand goes G, C, G, C. You already have the notes you need. You played them at the beginning. All right, I'm going to get a sip of water. Have this cough I'm trying to get rid of. All right, so first measure. Now as we hit that C on the left hand, we have these descending sixths. That's hard to say, descending sixths. A sixth is just distance between a G and an E. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I put my thumb and my fifth finger. Move the whole thing down to F and D, then to E and C, and then one more time to D and B. When you play six, what's helpful is to get your hand locked at that distance, and then you can feel the sixth anywhere you go, just because of how it feels, how far it is between the two notes. And you want to use your wrist to play it. See, on my wrist, I'm exaggerating. That helps me get to the next one without splitting a key, getting right on it. Okay, so use that wrist motion this way to play. When I get to that third one, I play G on the left hand, then D and B, the sixth again on the right. Then I put that G in the left hand and then a B on the right. You can play that B in the left or the right hand. I just put it in the right, but you could do it easily with the left. So I see why I put it in the right, because the left hand has to go to a low F after that. So let's do it with the right hand with your thumb. So that measure is, okay. Let's tie those two measures together. We learn this measure, then we work on this measure, and then we tie them together. We attach them like two links in a chain. And go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Okay? So let's say you repeated that. Your reps are important. I'm doing it just one time sometimes for this lesson, this part one. But when you're practicing, you want to have repetitions. Play that second measure many times, at least 3. Okay? Then we move on, try this measure. So we have some more sixths in here, D and B again, then a G in the middle with the third finger. So see that sixth there? Move it down to C and A. There's the sixth, and then the A, and then C and F. Okay? So bum, 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 bum. Left hand has a low F, higher F with a thumb, and then a C. So right there, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, you have left hand stuff, you have right hand stuff, but you're always playing something. So it's either hands together, or only right hand, or only left. So it's 1 and 2 and 3. There's one more note there. I think that's a C there if you want the last half of count 4. All right, all the way. And go. Very fun song to play, guys. A neat sound I like to use for it is the tines on, if you have a tine sound on your electric piano, it's kind of neat. That's what Elton John's using in this version I'm going off of. But those are the first 3 measures, and again, I think if you can play the first 3, you can play the rest of it if you give enough practice and you practice in the right way. Hope you guys enjoyed that part 1 lesson. See you on webpianoteacher.com.